midnight. In other words, dark time. Not convenient. But there's an urgency. What's the wrong? What's the problem? See, there's an opportunity to help those that can't help themselves. There are people that now they've come in contact with that are hopeless. There's a problem, however. And what an indictment. I don't have what they need. I don't have what they need, he said. See, you realize you don't have it. You can't save them. But you know the one who can. And you know the one who does. So you're not going to yourself, but you're going to your friend. He's got a friend that he's appealing to. Now watch this, please. I know, hang on here. Just a few more minutes. He's asking not for one loaf, but he's asking for 3 loaves. 1 loaf was one day's provisions. That wasn't going to be enough, and he knew it. Discipleship is a process. Give me 3 loaves. Give me 3 loaves. What a tragic indictment when he said, for he had nothing to feed him. What a tragic indictment. Do you understand, church? We have been called to do more than feed ourselves, but we have been called to feed others. It wasn't his once a week or once a day routine or prayer that moved his friend, but it was his continual. Everybody say continual. Continual coming. Now this is what the Lord gave me this morning. I have never seen this before. This is powerful, at least it is to me. If you don't believe it, act like it and make me feel good. Let's look at the scripture. Let's read it. Verse 6. Chapter 11, verse 6 of Luke. For a friend of mine, as his journey has come to me, I have nothing to set before him, and he from within shall answer, trouble me not. The door is now shut. The children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give him. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him, because he is his friend, yet because of his what? Importunity, he will rise and give him as many as he needeth. And I say unto you, ask and shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock shall be opened to you. Now, I want to go back. The word importunity. I didn't realize till 3 o'clock this morning I've been teaching this wrong for years. The word importunity means persistence. How many's been taught? How many believe it? It's the continual knocking. It's the continual knocking. That's what I've always taught. You know, that's motivation to me. I got to keep pressing. Got to keep pressing. Got to keep pressing. That's a tremendous Webster definition. That is not the Greek word. Persistence is Webster's definition. But the actual Greek word means, you ready, Pastor? Without shame. Without shame or impudence. Now, impudence is a bad word. When somebody is showing impudence, they're not nice. Or at least it would perceive they're not nice. The word impudence means a lack of due respect. I'm so glad for revelation. I'm so glad for understanding. Why does God use the word impudence? Again, the English word is importunity. Webster's dictionary means continual knocking. It would appear when you read the text, that's right. But the actual Greek word means without shame or impudence, without showing the lack of due respect. In other words, the reason he gave him was not just because he kept knocking on the door. I submit to you the reason he gave it to him because it was because of the relationship and the depth of their friendship. Let me explain what I mean. How many of you, when you first time you meet somebody, are on your best behavior? But there's something about family. You just kick off the shoes off, whether your feet stink or not. Did I really just say that? God. I'm sorry, Pastor and hon, I didn't mean to embarrass you. I'm sorry. I mean, there's just something about family. You know, and I realize it can... How many times is there maybe what you would consider a lack of respect in the family? See, you go to a stranger's house, you knock politely on the door, they don't answer, what do? You leave. But it's not the way it is with family. It's not the way it is with real close friends. I want to tell you, I don't call everybody late at night, but I got some friends, I don't think twice about calling them in the wee hours of the morning if I really want to talk to them. I got some family and friends. You know what? I may knock on their door. They may not be there. They got something in the house that I need, and I know exactly where it's at. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk in and get it. That's why Jesus said he didn't give him because he was just his friend, but because he knew if he didn't get up and answer the door, he was coming in anyways. Wake up, babies. Wake up, wife. It really didn't matter. He knew he was coming. So I might as well get my carcass out of bed and get him what he needs, because he's not going to go away. He can approach him without shame. He can go to the prayer closet. He's not ashamed. He doesn't have any stuff hanging over his baggage. He can just let it out. He can just be who he is. Don't you understand? That's the relationship God has with us. And that's the favor He's giving us. That's why we can come into His presence like nobody else can. Come on, stand to your feet. Don't you realize with family, it doesn't matter afternoon, parents not home, it really doesn't matter. Kids just go in and help themselves. They have a key. Kids feel no shame in petitioning their parents. Hey, Dad. I think I told you this before. Man, for years before my mom passed away, I go to my mom's house. First thing I do, walk straight to the refrigerator. You know why? I'm son. You know, it's so funny. I'd go there and we were digging out that home mission work, and there were times we were hurting so bad. I never one time asked my parents. My wife never asked her parents. But we'd hardly go to their house, and they just didn't pour it out. We'd come home. We didn't have stuff in covered food in the cupboards, and we'd come home with bags full, and we never said a word to them. You know why they do that? Because we're family. My mom, she's a trip. She'd take me in the bedroom.